Football from Yard, the People's Channel.
Greetings, football from Yard Massive. To Melbourne, Australia we go for the Women's World Cup, where we preview the Reggae Girlz final group stage match against South American stalwart Brazil. After securing the nation's inaugural Women's World Cup victory against Panama in Perth, the team heads to the AAMI Park with the goal of securing at least 1 point and Jamaica's first ever qualification to the knockout stage of a World Cup competition. Jamaica technically has the upper hand against a number 8 ranked nation, having secured a point against the highly rated France and accumulating 3 more against Panama. The Brazilians, on the other hand, fell to the French team in their second match after clobbering Panama in the opener. Knowing the team only needs a draw, Jamaican coach Lorne Donaldson will likely continue his conservative approach, while Brazilian coach Pia Sundhage will have to be a bit more attacking. Coach Donaldson is not one to make wholesale changes to his team, so at most expect 1 or 2 tweaks to the lineup. Barring injury, Rebecca Spencer will be in goal. The Tottenham shot stopper has done an excellent job of marshalling the back line and is yet to concede a goal in the tournament. In the centre of the defence, you can expect the Swaby sisters, Alison and Chantel, who without a doubt are 2 of Donaldson's preferred players. Both sisters have been exceptional thus far and will need to continue in the same vein against the South Americans. At the wing-back spot, we could see a change. Donaldson's go-to left-back is Denisha Denden Blackwood, but on the right side, he used Tierney Wilshire against France and the more attacking Tiffany Cameron against Panama. It wouldn't be a surprise to see Donaldson revert to the Energizer Bunny Wilshire for this match. She is also able to play on the left if Donaldson would like to make a change at that position. In the middle of the park, Donaldson favours the UK-based trio of Vian Sampson, Drew Spence and Atlanta Primus. Sampson provides a steady shield in front of the defence, while Tottenham midfielder Drew Spence is the pulse of the team. Her possession and distribution will play a key role in the ladies getting a result and matching the talented Brazilian midfield. Peyton McNamara and veteran Havana Salone are 2 options that Donaldson can also call on in the centre of the park. As we transition to the attacking positions, one flank is usually reserved for speedster Jodie Brown. Brown was injured just prior to the tournament and hasn't seemed as sharp as she was a month or 2 ago. But there were glimpses in the second half against Panama of the Brown everyone knows. On the opposite flank, Donaldson has used 2 options so far. The hard-running Chicago forward, Chena Matthews, is favoured when playing against similarly hard-running opposition. When going for a more expansive setup, Donaldson uses the diminutive Trudy Carter as a creative spark. Crystal Palace's Paige Bailey-Gayle is also available. She isn't as fast as Matthews, but is a bit better in possession. She's more physical than Carter, but isn't blessed with the same technical ability. At the striker spot, the team will be boosted by the return of Khadija Bunny Shaw, who had to miss the last match due to a red card. She'll need to provide good movement off the ball, as the Brazilian central defenders are pretty comfortable with physicality. Donaldson has a host of energetic young ladies as attacking options, including Cameron Simmons, Kiki Van Zenten, and Salai Washington. Expect 1 or 2 of them to enter the field late in the game. Veteran Kayla McCoy, who filled in for Bunny Shaw against Panama, is also an option up top. Unlike Jamaica, Brazil will have to win the game if they'd like to go to the next round, so they have no choice but to be aggressive going forward. Pia Sundhage has been credited with bringing more discipline to Brazil's team, but all that praise will likely disappear if Jamaica books them a ticket on the long flight back to Brazil. Sundhage primarily uses a 4-4-2 formation. Central defensive duo Rafaela and Kathleen are an imposing pair that are good at cleaning up loose ends. When forwards dilly-dally on the football too much, the 2 easily stop the threat. But on quick, precise movements, the duo can be a bit delayed in their reaction. This is something that Bunny Shaw and her brigade should keep in mind. The way Brazil attacks from the flanks provides Jamaica with its best opportunity. Right back Antonia and left back Tamirez push forward regularly, especially the 35-year-old Tamirez. While Brazil creates a lot of chances on the left side due to numerical mismatches and Tamirez's cultured left foot, opponents usually catch her upfield in a couple plays per game, especially in the second half. Coach Donaldson may want to consider moving Jodie Brown to her wing to exploit that space. Antonia is not the greatest defender one-on-one, but she stays at home more than Tamirez and is more measured when joining the attack. Brazil's midfield is the key driver of their performances. Luana, the midfield anchor, is surrounded by a bunch of versatile players. North Carolina's creative player, Caroline joins her in the middle of the park, but can also play wide. She's good at retaining possession and is dangerous shooting from the edge of the box, as are the remaining two attacking midfielders. Adriana is the most dangerous in terms of dribbling at pace. She operates effectively on both flanks, has a cannon of a shot, but isn't always clinical. Ari is a goal-scoring threat on the other flank. Earlier this year, Sundhage used both Ari and Caroline in central roles. That's a setup that she could use again if she wants to get one more attacking player onto the field. Debinha, the leader of Brazil's attack, is the first player to start chasing defensively and is always moving when in possession. The Suebe sisters will have to watch her carefully as she's exceptional at finding pockets of space when defenders switch off. She's lethal in the 18-yard box, as evidenced by over a half-century of national team goals. Debinha's strike partner is usually Jay-Z or Beatrice. Jay-Z is an explosive and creative player who can be somewhat inconsistent. There are times where the Barcelona forward destroys defenses, dribbling past multiple defenders with ease. And there are other moments where she looks like she's had one caipirinha too many. The 29-year-old Beatrice is a World Cup veteran with almost 40 national team goals to her name. Like Jay-Z, the left footer is able to play up top or in a wide midfield role. The legendary Marta is also an option that can be effective under certain circumstances despite age and injuries taking a toll. Brazil compensates for numerical deficiencies in its 4-4-2 setup by doing a lot of rotating between midfielders and forwards. Teams that move the ball quickly tend to be most effective against them. Coach Donaldson and his staff have had ample time to assess Brazil in the build-up to the tournament, so the team should be adequately equipped with the information they need to formulate the appropriate plan. At this stage, you can do tons of blackboard work, but the players are going to have to remain focused on the field when executing the plan. They're also going to have to dig deep if the game approaches the dying moments and it's a close encounter. The Reggae Girlz have created a spark in Australia so far. Now it's time for the full blaze. Respect as always. Linkage next time.